Hello, my name is Trevor Joren, and this is one of my favorite parts about this video series. I'm finally getting into social skills, and this first video is going to cover basic interaction, and I wanted to start out by saying that this book, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Carnegie, has been incredible in helping me build social skills and getting to that next level socially. So this video is going to take some of his main principles about how to win others over, and I'm going to adapt them a little bit. But step number one is become genuinely interested in others. If you really want to make friends, you have to have an interest in the person that you're talking to. Don't make it a facade. Actually become interested in who they are and what they have to say. Number two, smile. What a difference this can make. Honestly, the smile or the expression that one wears on their face is 100 times more important than the clothes that they wear on their back. The smile shows that you have self-confidence, that you're approachable, and that you have self-respect. And it's the first step to any type of social interaction. You're not going to approach somebody if they've got a frown or a scowl on their face, but if they've got a smile on their face, it's warm and lighthearted, and you don't really feel a fear of approach. The next one is remember the importance of a person's name. Now, how many times have you been in a situation where you're talking to somebody and halfway through the conversation you're like, shit, I don't even remember what this person's name is. I'm talking to them, but I'm not really listening because what I'm really trying to do is remember what their name is, because if I ever want to call them later, I'm not going to remember what to say because I'm not going to know how to start because I don't know their name. Remember their name. It's the sweetest sound to them in any language. Now, how do you remember their name? Well, a couple of tips are to start to build a picture of that person in your head. So when you're going up to a person, you meet a new person, build a picture of who they are. So, like, if you were to meet me, I'd tell you my name, and I'd tell you a couple of things about me, like I'm a young entrepreneur, I'm a student, I'm a snowboarder, and you would pick up those qualities and you'd put them into a picture, and they would all surround my name. And some other qualities that you could pick up are like my facial features, or what I'm wearing, or my style, or my tone of voice. The goal is to put together a well-rounded picture of that person in your head where the center of the picture is their name. And that's going to be a really helpful tip so that you can remember people's names. Next, talk in terms of the other person's interests. Now, this comes by listening intently. If you were to really listen to a conversation, if you were to have a conversation with me, most likely we're going to be talking about snowboarding, entrepreneurship, or like school. I don't know. But talk in terms of my interests. So if I'm telling you a story about snowboarding, you're going to want to feed back a story to me about skiing, or an experience that you've had snowboarding, or an experience that you've had doing some sort of adventure sport. You want to talk to me in a way that shows that you listened, and a way to show that you're listening to me is by talking in terms of my interests. Next is to make the other person feel important, and to do so sincerely. Now, this is like a culmination of all the above. It includes listening to them intently. Remember, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Use them in that proportion. Feeding back stories that relate to what I'm telling you. So that's going to build rapport. So if I'm telling you a story about skiing, you're going to want to feed back a story to me about skiing. Basically, it comes down to take what I'm saying to you and tell me the exact same thing, but in your own words. That's going to make me feel like you're listening to me. And William James said, the most important thing, humans, their most inner desire is to feel important. And in order to make others feel important, following these steps, smiling, becoming genuinely interested, remembering their name, being a good listener, talking in terms of their interests, and showing them sincerity, it's going to make them feel important. So, there you go.